And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with Eli Manning and the New York Giants. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the first running back drafted this year is Saquon Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And you remember pre-draft, there's a lot of speculation that the Giants should look for their future quarterback at number 2 with a great possibility. Remember, Sam Darnold from USC was still on the board, but they passed on him to take this runner, Saquon Barkley. And this is exactly why. They think he can extend the life of Eli Manning's career and give them 1,000-yard seasons year after year.
They haven't had a 1,000-yard season since 2012. Ahmad Bradshaw did it then. Now Saquon Barkley. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
To Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now they'll throw it with Manning. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw, it's Manning. It's caught, Shepard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. He's going to get it running right. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? From the gun, it's Manning. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jabal Sheard in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. And the kick by Rosas is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Luck. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. On first down, it's Luck. Ebron caught left side. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching. how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
Let it roll, let it roll.
Now the rookie from NC State, this is Nyheim Hines. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now a play fake here on first down. It is caught right at the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They get it to him running left. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now luck on 3rd and goal. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Miller with a 1st down and more. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Manning going to come up on 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On the run, it's Barkley. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. And that is incomplete here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Shotgun now for Manning. Open man right side is Ingram. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Locke. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rodgers. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, Locke. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. 1:57 to go in this 1st half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. This is Hines, and he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Throw left side complete. It's Grant. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And give him a gain of 37.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Now it's Hines. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Hines. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And who's got it? The Giants. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And getting our first update now from Nashville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Look, and the Colts come up now first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Block. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On third down, it's Hines. And he loses the football a second time. And who's got it? The Giants!
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Pierre Desir in on the stop. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
The stop for no gain brings up second and 10 from the 20. On second down, here's Manning. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in this.
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. The pitch goes to Barkley. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Yeah, he was the first back taken in the draft. Ended up going number 2 to the Giants, and there was never a doubt that he would be the first runner off the board. We just saw why. His ability with the ball in his hands to turn a nice little gain into something big. He makes plays no matter how you get him the ball.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Running left, it's Barkley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Manning. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And Rosas puts this one through. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either...
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Christian Michael. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. To throw on second down is Locke. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Here's Hines on the toss play, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Here's Luck now on second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Luck. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rodgers. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. New York set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Manning and the Giants come up now first and 10 at about the 32. They begin with a run by Barkley, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. To throw on second down. Manning over the middle to Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down is Manning. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways. All right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. The toss out to Barkley. And only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Manning. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Margus Hunt in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So a big one coming now for Aldrick Rosas. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And the kick by Rosas is good. And they double their lead, pushing it up now to 12-6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Looking deep for Hilton. That's going to be caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Luck to Hilton on the hook up there. 57 yards. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Here's Locke. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Let it roll, let it roll, let it roll.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hut, that extra emphasis on it, got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Key right, key right, key right.
Lock on the sneak. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let their fullback try to push the pile. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Ryan Hewitt, his 3rd touchdown now on on the year. And the Colts can now take the lead if they convert the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. Shrugs him off. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Play action. Manning looking deep downfield. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And a great move again. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Hines. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They run with Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Locke. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. Back to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Manning now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 2nd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Barkley, toss play left. And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. He's back to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Try to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Now Manning, and he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And the Colts getting ready to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One last throw here for Luck. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And that's how this one ends in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays,
You